Today we're going to use the chemical slide rule to do a mole fraction. Now mole fractions are a way of finding the percentage of specific elements in a mixture. So today's mixture is going to be vinegar, and if you break that down, that's going to be acetic acid and water. So to set up our mole fraction, we need to get the atomic weight of both of these. So we'll start with acetic acid. We're going to go to that chemical scale and we're going to go to carbon, and we'll flip over, and that's going to give us 12.01. If we set the left index and multiply that by 2, that's going to be a little over 24. Now we want to go on that chemical slide again, and we're going to do hydrogen, which is H at the top. And if we flip to the back and look down, we're at about 1.01, and we'll multiply that by 4, and we'll be at about 4.04. Then the last thing we need to look up is oxygen. So we'll slide to O on the chemical scale, and if we flip it over, we're going to be right at 16. And if we slide the slide rule so that we can multiply by 2, that's going to give us 32. So all that added up gives us the atomic weight of acetic acid, which is going to be about 60.052. Now let's find H2O. This one's easy. H2O is already set right there on the chemical scale. And if we flip that over, we're going to be at about 18.02. So this one's 18.02. Now let's set these both up on our M scales. On the M1 and M2 scales, that's going to be our elements. So let's assume that the 1 is 10. I want to go to the atomic weight of acetic acid, and that's going to be at about 60. And then we want to set the atomic weight of water right underneath it, 18. And now we've got this set up to where we can find a mole percentage. So let's say that in vinegar, acetic acid is going to be 20% of the mixture and water is going to be 80%. So let's find the mole percentage of acetic acid. So on that M1 scale, I'm going to slide to 0.1, 0.2. And if we look down on the M2 scale, that'll give us our mole percentage of acetic acid, which is going to be a little bit under 0.07. So 0.0698, 6.98%. Acetic acid is 6.98 mole percentage. And that's how you do that using those M1 and M2 scales to do mole fractions.